Okay, so I'm back. Um, Before I showed you how to make these little nubby dreads with the short hair using a crochet hook. This is just one I got from Amazon. It's a number 10, size 0.75 millimeters. And I've just sectioned it off and banded and just created a little nubby dread, as you do. Last time I saw you, I had my whole bang section here sectioned off, and there were four little nubbies. So I've attached this one, and this one since I saw you last, which was probably about 20 minutes ago. Um, so now I'm going to show you. Oh, what did I do? This one. I'm going to show you how to put this and make it look like this. There's so much crap in front of me right now. What I'm going to do is, first of all, I take the end that's going to attach to my hair, the red tips down the bottom, black tips at the top, and I'm just going to snip the tiniest bit, just the tiniest bit off the end. It always breaks my heart to have to do that, but I need to do that because my next step, as this has got black fluff in it, to take my trusty fine tooth metal comb, technically. This one is a head lice comb, which I got for $10 at the drugstore. You can also use flea combs, anything that is a really fine tooth metal comb. You're not going to want to use plastic. You all know what a plastic fine tooth comb looks like. You use plastic, it's going to break and it will just frustrate the shit out of you. So what I'm going to start doing is just, can't do it up in there, I need a hard surface, but I'm going to use the comb to pick open the end of my woolen dreadlock. By the way, they're wool. I love wool dreadlocks. They're so soft, they're lightweight, they're not scratchy. Haven't had any personal experience with synthetics, but these are fucking gorgeous. So what I'm doing right now, quick plug. These amazing dreadlocks were made for me by my friend over at SynFul Knots. You can find her on Facebook. Her page is SynFulKnots, SynFul Knots, and she custom made this set for me. And she's open to doing custom orders. She has a couple of pre-made sets. Yeah, go check her out. Tell her Season sent you. So I'm about halfway to where I want to be right now. See what I'm doing? I'm just fraying the end of it right now so that I can wrap it around my dreadlock, my little nubby baby. I want to get it nice and even. I mean, if you look, you can see how it's kind of clumping in sections. So I'm just gonna even those little clumpy bits out because I want it to wrap nice and evenly around the dreadlock. Alright, so almost there. This bit I find is the most painstaking of the entire process. Besides the arms up in the air, because that hurts after a couple of hours. But I think I've got about as much as I want. I'm covering my entire dread because they're only 2 inches long. But if my hair was longer, I would probably do the same amount, just on the end bit. And if you've got, I don't know how you would do it with wispy ends, because I really haven't, my dreads have never been naturally that long, but I would use at least 2 inches of the wool to cover the dread. That way, you know, you've got a nice good lock. I'm always worried about shit slipping out. Anyway, so I have bands in there from where I sectioned it, but I shouldn't need that anymore because it's all hooked fairly tight. Now, when you put these bands in, you don't want to put them too tight because they say that they're, I've ripped the box, but it says that they're, you know, non-tangle, whatever it is. But they will grip the hair, and it will snap your hair if you don't pull them out gently. So I cut it and unwrap it that way. So yeah, just don't do it too tight. Just gonna do the bit that was underneath that band so that I can get a little closer to the scalp, because I like mine to be fairly tight. I don't like a lot of loose hair right by my scalp. I mean, not too tight that it pulls on the hair follicle, because that's painful and itchy, and it, you know, it's how you get scabs. You don't want scabs in your head. But yeah, firm but not too tight. Two mine's out of the gutter. So I'm going to take this bit, move a bit closer. I'm going to take this bit and I'm going to get all of these out of the way. I'm going to wrap it. Oh, that's pretty damn perfect right there. Wrap it around the baby. And then just a couple of quick passes to hold it up near the root. Not too much. And then one here just to, again, hold it together. And then once I have pretty loose hold on it, so like I can let go. See how that's where the dread is? What I want to do now is just give it a quick palm roll until your hands begin to warm up, and then it creates a happy little cohesive fiber, and then it just kind of holds it on there a bit firmer. You can feel it when it begins to felt. So now I want to go pretty vigorously with my hook. Now, I said this in my previous video, if you're not very experienced with using a hook, don't go as fast as me. If you haven't used one before, do a few practice tidy ups, and just, you know, start by pulling in your wispy bits, your loose fuzzy bits, you know, the dreaded fuzz everyone gets that drives them crazy. I just start practicing on that, but be very, very gentle, because when you're down near the root like that, you or anywhere in the dread really, you run the risk of, because it's such a fine. Oh, hang on, went that there. Can you see? You can't see how tiny, but the hook is really, really tiny, and it will sever the hair, which will leave you with a broken hair. Now, I know that in dreadlocks, people are like, oh, but you've got so much, hair fall trapped in there anyway. Yes, but what you don't want is snapping the hair so that when it's close to the root, it's the bit that's left on the head is going to like work its way out, and then you're going to have short little wispies, and you don't want that. Spirit figures. So that's holding in pretty nicely up by the root. I'm just going to bring it all in, all the way down that little tiny nubby dread. So yeah, I lose my train of thought really easily. So as I was saying, don't go hard and heavy with the hook if you don't have the experience, because it can be very, very damaging. You don't want to damage your hair, because dreadlocks is all about, healthy, happy hair. But definitely give it a try, because a lot of people struggle with frizz and stuff. And yeah, anyway, it's my go-to tool. Now that I've got that, fairly decently, there's a loose bit right there. Okay. Now what I want to do is, I have a bowl of water in front of me, and I just want to just barely wet my palms and shake all the water off. And then give that a palm roll, and you want to wet felt it until it's nice and tight. Now, I'm pretty addicted to using my hook, so I'm going to go back and, keep tightening this over the next few days, just to make sure that I have a well felted dread. You can feel it. It begins to feel tighter. And you see that? Remember, that was like really bulky. And there. I think I'm happy with my babies now. I think I have everything where it should be. Thank you for, I need to train them though. Thank you for stopping by and watching. Let me just say this. Thought just popped into my head there when you see me just stare off into the distance. That's my thinking TikTok. And the wheels and cogs are turning. These techniques that I use work for me on my kind of hair. I have very fine, thin, straight hair, and fairly damaged because I put a lot of product in it. I did spend like 3 weeks before I got these preparing my hair. I stopped using conditioner. I did the separate and hook thing, and I started preparing my hair for the application of the dreads. That's not to say that that's the way that you're supposed to do it. I've known girls who have put their bands in and dreaded and hooked it all together as they've gone along, not bothered to pre-dread the hair like I did, and their hair looks fucking amazing. This is how it works for me. It might not work for you. It might work for you. I hope it does. I hope I've, given you some kind. Sorry, I just keep seeing a glimpse of myself in the mirror, and you saw how short my hair was. It was that short all over it. I just can't get over it. This is SynFul Knots. Go check her out. Tell her Season sent you, and she can hook you up. If I've forgotten to mention anything that I said I was going to mention, oh, wispy bits, like fuzzy wuzzies. I only have a couple because I've only put these in like a few days ago. So it's not really, and like I said, I'm addicted to my hook. So I sit there when I'm in bed watching TV, just, hooking away. So yeah, this one. No, not that one. Oh, here we go. This one has a bit of wispy bits, but I'm not sure if it goes to here or here. It goes to here. Put that one down. Okay, so I'm going to pull that up. And this is my little bit of fuzz. I'm going to gently wrap that around the base. Very, very gently. You don't want to pull it tight, because if you pull it tight, then you're going to have like a constriction in there. And then you're going to give it a pass through and just pull that little loose wispy bit through. Just very gently. And then your wispy bit's gone. You can't really see because it was in the back of my head, but it's gone. Thanks. So yeah, what do they always say in the end of videos? Comment, like, and subscribe. Something. Tell me about your dreads. Tell me if I helped you or if I'm completely full of shit. Bye.